another video. We're going to talk about the precision-based DPS. What is precision-based? Precision-based is basically running with using your weapon to do your damage, and your loadout bar to either add additional damage, increase your weapon damage, or add a few heals. Depends on how you play it. Now let's go into the gear-wise and mods for what you're going to use. Now over here we got our weapon, which is a blast adapter, which of course you're precision based, so you're going to be using your weapon, so it's best to have a damage additional to the weapon. This will actually blast off to other enemies that are in the area, within the 360 area of that ad you hit, but they would have to be pretty close for it to take effect, which only affects them every 20 seconds, which if you're using mastery, 20 seconds goes pretty fast, so you'll be able to do additional damage with that alone. Your head mod, Pheromone Bloom. Why? Because why not? It's a good supercharge. It increases really quickly, and while you are active with that Pheromone Bloom, you're able to, stay alive. Like I said, use your bar to either add additional damage or stay alive. Here we got with your neck. Now granted, I have a higher neck over here, but that's with the might build, so I'm not really going to use that on a precision build. Well, what this precision does, it increases your precision by 4 while maintaining a hit counter above 9 for 6 seconds after. So you got to keep your count hitter above. So when you hit a target, it starts counting. You want to keep that above 9. As long as it stays above 9, your precision stays up for by 4% for 6 seconds. So you just keep it going, and it'll actually regen itself. Your back is Berserker because, of course, there's not really much that can go in your back for a precision-based DPS, really. And then extended supercharge, which is good for your chest, so that way you can proc that artifact, or not the artifact, the Pheromone Bloom, your supercharge, more often. So it restores it every time you use it. Same with up here. So you got 2.5%, and then restores your maximum supercharge again by 5%. So that is 6.5%. Or 7.5%, sorry. It's 7.5% of your supercharge is regen by just using it. Which you can use different supercharges if you want. You can even use the 10k one, which I was able to pop in the new raid about roughly 5 times. So it depends on how you run and how you build your character. Again, in my legs I have Fireball, which none of the other ones would really be useful anyhow. And I have my trinket down here, of course, which again gives me another 3,000, over 3,000 percentage of precision to myself, which is a good thing. Right here with DPS, it increases my precision and my might by 1% for 5 seconds, or 8 seconds, or 3 seconds. Then if we go up here, maximum damage increases my damage by 2% for a short period. I have deadly block in here because you're precision based, so if an ad hits you, you have very high precision as it sits. You're going to do a heck of a lot of damage. When that ad hits you and you knock them back. Everything's pretty much the same over here. Stat wise, I'm at 50k health, 32k power, 22k defense, 24k might, which I'm not actually a might build, I'm actually a precision. Which still means you can still use precision based build to do damage with your bar. Restoration at 10k, 6k validation. Like I said, with healing you can use Rusto to increase your healing. And then here's where your precision is, which is going to be your main damage, using your weapon. Which we'll get into the artifacts that actually even increases that even more as you play along. And then there's the rest of the stats. Now let's go back in here. Didn't mean to leave. Artifacts. Granted, I do have higher ones up there that most people would use, but I'm building these up based on precision and weapon-based use only. If you go through this list, you'll have your weapon buff increases your precision by 35, 84, or 48, and 54%, and reduces your base. So it reduces your base incoming power, which is fine, but it increases your precision, which you want. And then because you're doing precision, you're more than likely going to be using mastery, or in their name phrase, a cross-weapon combo, meaning martial arts to hand blast, or you got martial arts to dual pistols, you got dual wield to bow, you got bow to dual pistol. So any weapon that you have a mastery, that's called cross-weapon combo. So anytime you use a cross-weapon combo, grants you and up to 7 group members precision equal to 0.75, 1, or 0.125 of your max health, which again mine is 50,000. So that's a pretty good additional to them for a little extra damage. Which I have. That's one I'm working on right now. Well, one of the ones I'm working on right now. The other one you're going to be using is right here. The counting an enemy increases your precision again, increases your precision and weapon damage by 10, 14, or 16 for a short time, and grants you immunity control effects for 3, 4, and 5 seconds. Meaning you can't get stunned or you can't get rooted, is what they mean. So with all these, you have the Venom Waste Dispenser, Cog of Magedon, I don't know, some of these names. And then you would have the Sparring or AI. Is the 3 you would use for a precision-based weapon combination. Granted, you would get higher precision by running something that gives you a bit more precision. Like I had in there, where was it? I don't even see where it would give me more precision. There was one that gave me more precision than I actually had on there. Oh, here it is. Gives me additional 1% precision, but I'm not a tank. So, I really don't need it. But that's how you run precision, and it's pretty simple. Loadout wise, you really don't need to worry too much on loadout wise. You can run whatever, just as long as you have your weapon buff in your loadout somewhere. Like me, I'm running a weapon buff and a heal, and then I have 3 damages moved and a super. So I have, pretty much a combination. So I can do play from the tray with these 3 here. I can do a heal with that, or a heal with that, and I can do weapon increase damage with that. So you would use, like, if you're using fire, basically you're going to be using fire, you're going to run Fury weapon, you're going to use Burning Determination. So Fury weapon increases your power output of your damage to using your weapon. So how much damage you can do with your weapon, which helps you get higher crits and harder hits. Burning Determination, I use it because 1, it's a shield, and 2, it puts enemies on fire. As fire, anything on fire takes more damage. And that's where this stuff comes into play. Where I have Mass Detonation, which is long animation, yes, with a 1.1 second cooldown. It is a long animation, but because you're using your weapon, animations mean nothing because all your damage is really going to come from your weapon. Wildfire, again, 3-second cooldown, so even longer than this one. And then I have Absorb Heat, which heals you and does additional damage to the enemies. And then this one is your super that heals you. Skill point placement, of course, you want a weapon combo. So I'm using bow to do a dual wield to bow combo. And then I only have 1 in the flight. I do have heat vision, even though I'm not using it. I have it there in case if I'm needing to use heat vision to stay at a distance. I can change out one of my close range for that. My pheromone bloom, which is my primary, supercharge that I use. Then skill point placement. Of course, you're going to go hybrid because you're a weapon DPS. You're going to go 20-40 in your crit damage and your crit chance. So you want both of these to be maxed as far as you can. And then everything else goes into precision. The higher your precision, the more damage you do. And if you think about it, you look down here, weaponization rating. Weapon rating increases the amount of damage caused toward a smashed objects by thrown or smashed objects. Misread that. Really not that needed. But this is where your damage is going to come from, right here, your weapons. Weapon damage is combined with your precision, so the higher your weapon damage, the higher your precision, the more damage you would do. And then you would have your crits for your weapon, all right here. And your crit chances and all that. And it's pretty basic. You can do a lot of damage with it. I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, but I'm going to show you. Like, this is pretty much how I run it. I would start it with that. Pop my shield if I need to. And you can also play from your tray, which still gives you a lot of damage. You know, and as you see, my power bar is empty. Well, guess what? I'm getting weapon damage in there. You know, 11k, and well, not with weapon damage specifically. So that's how that one works. That's how precision works. For most people that want to even give it a try, precision does do a lot of damage. But I'll catch you all in the next one. I'm going to be doing a might build next. So comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll keep on moving with these videos.
Yeah, I'm about to call me an Uber.
You can't call an Uber. They banned the Uber.
I don't know if they running or not.
No, you can't. You can't call the Uber.
They might still be banned.